So now we've got all the inlet and basically all the engine all together, pretty much. I'm going to make a start on the wiring. It's something I've been putting off quite a bit because I don't mind doing the wiring, but I've got a mate of mine, Phil Hughes, who usually does a lot of it for me, and he's already made me a fuse box and everything there. So yeah, I usually let Phil crack on with all the wiring because I just make a mess of it, and yeah, I'm not really too keen on doing it. But obviously with not being able to travel anywhere, I've kind of got to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a lot of the wiring, and yeah, basically just run everything from front to back for all the fans, fuel pumps, the battery, the main feed for the battery, sort of position where the kill switch is going to be, and then hopefully when if Phil can come down, then he can sort of terminate everything and do sort of the final fittings. So but yeah, I think I might end up having to do it, which is not good. So yeah, that's the plan so far. So basically just run all the wires from fuse box to the back here. Battery tray, it's not mounted yet, so we're just going to roughly get that in position, and then I kind of want to put a bulkhead fitting over here, well, in the corner there. I'm too short to reach, because all my electrics for the rear end here pretty much, so I've got my in-tank lift pump and then the twin Bosch 044s down there, so I can just kind of run a bulkhead fitting into here, and then that can sort of be detachable. I'll run the wires for the fans, which are at the back here. I'll just sort of run them, a bit of conduit, and then obviously for my tail lights, I'm gonna put in an extra couple of wires for tail lights, for indicators, brakes, fog light as well, while I'm thinking about it, and side lights. Oh god. So yeah, I'm gonna need quite a few, quite a large amount of wiring just to go to the back for all them kind of things. But we've already put in provisions for all this. So we've got lights, lift pump, fuel pump 1, fuel pump 2, fans 1, 2, and then this bank's here. This is what I'm sort of going to use here for indicators, stop and tail lights. So I'll put the tail lights in here and all them kind of things. So we'll have everything on switches. Also got a heated screen, which is pretty cool. So I've got a new screen for it for the car once we decide to get it all painted. So yeah, I'm not going to talk very much about the wiring because I'm just going to sit here and try and do it because I am not very motivated to do it. But yeah, I reckon I can get most of it sort of ran, and once I get my head around everything, and I should be all right. But yeah, on the engine side of the loom, I need to change the plugs for the injectors. So now that I've got the fuel rail all in, I've got all the plugs for I think they're US car or US car or something like that. So I need to repin them. I'm just waiting for a set of crimps to turn up for them. We've got a bulkhead fitting for here, and then everything should be pretty straightforward. I just need to repin for my 220. I run a 220 amp alternator on this car. That's a kit that I sell as well. So I'm actually running the upgraded version of that. So I'll have to wire in water pump, alternator, electric power steering, which the wires are already down here, if you can see. And oh yeah, and I've changed the electric throttle, so I'm going to have to repin that. So I'll get around to that. I'm going to do the engine loom sort of once I've run all the rest of the wires. And what else? Oh, my boost controller is going to sit up here as well. But yeah, that is my plan, is to just sort of crack on with not so much the engine side. I'm going to do up to the fuse box, but basically the rest of the car, I've got an electric throttle body as well, haven't I? So I need to do my electric fly-by-wire throttle pedal, which is going to be a pain. But so yeah, pretty much I just need to run all my wiring now. I'm going to try and do it all in tidy. I've got a bit of I don't even know what it's called now. We'll call it conduit for now. I know that this is called conduit. And plenty of that. Oh god. And then I have this wire, which I've stolen off Phil, which is 5 core. So we're going to use this. Is it 5 core or 6 core? 5 core. So 5 core, 1.5 mil, and then some lighter stuff, which we'll probably use for the lights. So there'll probably be fans and fans and fuel pumps for the 1.5. Is it 1.5? It says it's somewhere. Yeah, 1.5. 5 by 1.5. And then we've got some slightly lighter stuff here for the lights, which will be 7 by 0.75. So yeah, there'll be lights, fuel pump, and fans. Cover them in that. What else? Is it ties? And then I've got a couple of plugs. But this is what Phil will end up doing for me. Is putting the plugs on and probably terminating a bulkhead fitting behind here, which would be nice here, because that's where everything's sort of sitting electrically behind there. So it'll just be one wire through the car. I'll probably run it down here and then across to the kill switch or to the battery. So yeah, that'll go through there, and yeah, hopefully it should be quite straightforward, because the fuse box and everything's all already in. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I just don't like I don't like doing it, but I've got to do it, because otherwise I'm not going to get on with the car. The car will never get done. So do it.
2 weeks later.
I kind of neglected the S15 for a good few weeks, but I can sort of talk you through now what's been going on with that. And yeah, like I was saying, I was struggling a bit with doing the wiring and everything else, so I just need a bit of help. And you know, there's nothing wrong with needing help, and I can do so much of it myself, but I just really don't want to make a mess of the wiring because it's quite important. And yeah, I'd filmed a little bit of just basically running the wires through the car, so like the main sort of harness, like power supply to the rear and power from the battery forward to the kill switch. So I've just sort of mocked up everything ready to go. And yeah, so it looks messy because it is messy, but yeah, Phil made this fuse board for me. So I've just nailed that in and got all the wires here now pretty much ready to run. So all these here now are just the feeds for fuel pumps, fans, that's all brake lights and indicators, tail lights and all that, and then that's the main power feed. So I've actually put all that into conduit, is it maybe? So yeah, that's where my kill switch is going to sit. Well, if it'll stay there. So all my power feeds are there. Battery is going to sit here, and then it's just a single run wire up there to the bulkhead. If I pull the firewall out, that's not bolted in, so it runs up there. It's all sealed, and then all the wires there for the. You probably won't be able to hear me. So yeah, all the wires there for the fuel pumps. So everything is sort of laid, and the wire comes down here in between the fuel tanks. So I've got the wires up here for fuel level sender, and then lift pump, and then the twin pumps down there, and then across here for the fans. So yeah, pretty much all the powers. Then that's my tail lights and stuff, but I'm not too worried about that bit for now. I can sort of freestyle that myself. So yeah, all the ECU harness is in, all the bulkhead connector here. So it's all like a mil-spec bulkhead, if it'll focus. Yeah, so all that's fitted. Power feed there going to the starter motor, so that's all it. All the alternator wires in. Starter motor, signal wire ignition. That's for my electric water pump. So I've run all this already up to this point here, because then we'll be terminating it down on the fuse board. This looks a bit of a mess because it is, but the ECU that we're going to be running on this one is a Cyvex at the moment. So it's got a full Cyvex ECU and a touchscreen display. So yeah, as you can see, so that basically, well, it's not even tight yet, but you get the idea. And then all the wires are run. There's a few bits of this I'm not really too happy with just yet, but yeah, I'm just trying to get my head around how everything runs. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long. And I've got Phil Hughes, who does all my wiring and stuff for me. He's really good at the wiring and super neat. And yeah, basically this is the help which I need now, just to sort of get me through this part, because yeah, I'm really struggling, and I just don't want to make a mess of it. You know, I'm at this stage now where the car's looking pretty good, bar the wiring, because I've obviously done that bit. But yeah, if I can just sort this part out now, get this looking proper, then you know I'm pretty much there. I can do the rest of the bolting up and, you know, the mechanical side of things. You know, we're all bolted up here. I've actually got the brakes, Metal Finish Masters, North Wales Metal Finish Masters. They took the rear calipers, both sets, and reconditioned everything. So there's going to be a little bit of like putting the calipers together and stuff. So they're going to look absolutely mega on all the Driftworks arms, and I'll probably clean the discs up as well just to make it look a bit neater. But yeah, so that's coming as well. And yeah, other than that, it's just going to be fitting the seat. I just need to put my hydro in and a few other bits around here, but yeah, it's pretty much there. I think by the end of today, when Phil's been here and absolutely smashed out this wiring, I think it'll look completely different. I can get all the inlet and everything put back on, and yeah, I'm excited now to have Phil here and just sort my mess out, because that's what Phil's good at. And yeah, it should be pretty good. I think by the end of today, I'll be much happier and probably more motivated to get it finished. And I don't think it's gonna take that long. It's just me stressing about it. So yeah, once all that bit's done, hopefully, and then I can have the two cars, and I can do a comparison between a 14.5 and a 15. So yeah, it should be pretty cool to have the two cars. So yeah, it's going to be a load of time lapse of Phil, but yeah, I'll sort of fill you in on what we've done sort of at the end. So yeah, that's what today's going to be most of, is a bit of wiring in between. At the end of this one, I'm going to be very, very close, and then we already have a map on the ECU, so we can actually start the car up if I pull my finger out. So we could even hear it run in maybe the next few weeks.
Send the unit, you'll be right. Well, I'll push a couple of wire in and test it to see if the fuel pumps just trigger.
Yeah.
We'll check the fans, we can see if they fire. I'll just check we've got power everywhere that we need it. We'll put the ignition relay in and go from there.
Yeah. Done it quick, man.
If it touches the body, we'll have some fun with it. Should be alright now, shouldn't it?
So what?
At the minute we'll test the fans and the fuel pumps.
Oh, so you're just going to live them up, and
yeah.
Then nothing went back. Right, you ready?
Yep.
I don't know why I'm saying, are you ready? I'm f***ing...
Fan two, I just got to find the port for that.
So fan 1 is number 4.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is link it rather than piss about. Look at it. See that work. Now the only fly I'm going to put in your ointment now is your ignition feed to this. We're going to run via your kill switch.
So we need another wire?
No, so I can start that now. Because I'm going to go from here, out the back, up to your kill switch, from your kill switch, up to the switch.
Yeah.
Then when you press your button and turn your main power ignition relay on, when you turn your kill switch, it's going to kill everything anyway because it kills the main power.
Yeah.
But it'll also drop that relay out.
Right. Hang on, this should work now. Do you want to try this?
That's a start, yeah?
Yeah, this is for start.
Okay. It won't pull in, will it? So what I'll do... I'll go from my main power. If you put that now, where am I going? Onto the
relay.
Onto the relay. Right, I'm going to run that one. Go. Where am I going? Start. Go again. Go again. Why is that not going? Right, let me just buzz it out. Go to one of your spades. That's not there. That's not there. So I've got power to it. And then go to the other side. Okay, so if I have that. And now you press your button. It's working up. That will then pull the relay in.
That's right then.
That works.
Okay. Sound. Sweet. Start button done. Job behind.
Ignition needs a constant now. What I'm going to do is come off your master switch, into your ignition kill. Yeah. Out of your master switch, up to your switch, out of your switch, into your relay.
Yeah.
Now when you kill the master switch, it'll kill the feed to the switch, so it drops your ignition in.
Yeah. Say that again. Like how you said it just then. Sounded like fucking Wolf of Wall Street, didn't it? Starter. Nearly. That's my doing. So all we've got left to do then is wire in ECU, which, what do you think?
It might end up with its own power put in because it's
Yeah.
not the best in the world. Yeah, we'll trace where they come from. I might just put our own power supply straight to it.
Yeah. So it's just wiring in ECU now. Everything else is sort of wired in for switches. Yeah, kind of. When we get to it, but yeah, just ECU now. So we'll do ECU. Because like that can just be stripped back. That can stay that length, I think.
Yeah, well, we can trim it all back off. If these are coming up, we can de-pin these actually. Before we go too far, we'll de-pin these, take the plugs off, strip the loom back, so we just, and then work out where we're going. We could shorten the loom and re-plug it.
Yeah.
Because them wires are a bit dodgy.
That's what I mean, like they don't look great anyway, do
No,
they?
it's all going brittle.
So
pull it off, start again. Story of your life.
Don't. No. Plugs in there. Get rid of it. Put that in as well.
Yeah.
Oh god. It was all looking like as if it was together. But
and then Phil turned up and ripped it apart.
Yeah. Of course I did it all wrong. That looks good though.
Yeah,
that looks really good.
Once it's tidied up.
So I'm pretty happy with that. And everything up there's done in it.
Yeah, so you tidied up even there.
So I'll just go around with a bit of heat shrink and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I might cope putting that in. I might be able to put that in for the ignition.
Can I tell you what I'd do with that? Let me test it.
I like it though.
It's f***ing junk.
I like it. No. Oh no. Right, so now no loom. So I'm gonna buy new plugs, switches.
Yeah, we'll have some switches.
And relays. So if I get new Audi coil pack plugs, and I'll send them all to you, and then it's just a case of hoping that we can do it again.
Make it work all over again.
So another 2 days, but yeah, what's been done so far by Phil is really fucking good. So I'm really fucking happy, as fucking always. So yeah, that's like a massive piece of it now, and it's just sort of left with this bit, which is turns out it's really bad again.
Terrible.
So yeah, literally everything on this car has been fucking shit, and now we're actually fucking redoing everything. So yeah, we're nearly there. I think another day, another 2 days.
The 2 days wiring.
2 days wiring, and then Phil will have it sorted. We will make it. Oh my god.